Hello everyone, welcome for this new episode of the ESO News. Today we are speaking about the road ahead December 2014, a very exciting moment for all of us. It's the last one of the year. And the update 6 had been revealed to us. No one in the community were expecting to have, in addition of the provisioning revamp and, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of work on the spells and abilities animations, the Justice System Phase 1 and the Champion System Phase 3. This is a huge update, probably the biggest that has ever been released for the Elder Scrolls Online. The community were of course extremely excited about those changes, but some players, in particular PvPers, were a little bit disappointed to not have the Imperial City patch. It's indeed servers update now that are focused mostly on PvE content, and the PvP players start to get a little bit impatient. Let's speak about that more in detail. To stay short, the justice system is the possibility for players to become criminal in Tamriel. Thieving, murdering, pickpocketing, breaking in houses, you name it. Of course, those crimes will not stay unpunished if you have a witness, and you may have to pay a bounty to the guard. Other players will also have the possibilities to bring down criminals to justice by killing them if they have a bounty on their head. The justice systems will be bring to us in two parts. The first part concerns all the PvE aspect and will be released in update 6, while the PvP part will be bring later on. Some players were a little bit disappointed about that because they were very exciting about the possibilities to fight between each other in the world of Tamriel outside Cyrodiil. But as Matt Führer explained in the road ahead, it's very important to be sure that the PvE aspect is stable. It's a huge change and you don't really know all implications it will have. It may be unbalanced or buggy and you don't want to have that when there will be interaction between players. What change can we expect for update 6? First of all, the NPCs will have their own lives, their own schedule. They can be sleeping in their home a moment and then get out another one, going to the tavern or outside the city. They will have their own activities. There will be also a difference between the activities during the night and during the day. For instance, a shop may be closed during the night. This will leave the opportunities to players to take advantage of this to commit their crime. More important is your crime, more important is the bounty you will have to pay to the guards. If you are caught by a guard and killed by a guard, you will see the price of your bounty stolen away from your inventory. So be careful about that. There will be the possibilities also to access to special hideout in cities where you will find a sort of tag organization and you can sell your stolen goods there and only there. You can also wash away your bounty there. The bounty will decay over time but very, very slowly, so if you have committed crime, do not expect to go back in town like nothing happened. It will have consequences and consequences on long term. This whole system will completely change the experience you have of the game. It will bring this feel of an Elder Scrolls game, a classical one. It will feel a bit more like Skyrim, and a lot of players were really awaiting this with impatience. So you will see update 6, that will be something. If you want more explanation about this, I suggest you to check the ESO Live. There is an interview of Scott Nixon that explains very well and very deeply all the aspects of the justice system. If you have followed the news of the Elder Scrolls Online either on my channel or on the official website, you know that the players were not happy of the current progression system once you reach the max level and the endgame content. A lot of players felt that to grind the veteran rank was similar to a new leveling experience, and they were not happy about that. So Zenimax have listened to the players, and in few months they have completely reimagined a new system that they have implemented in different phases. We've seen phase 1 and phase 2 in the past updates. The last one was actually changing the gain of veteran point into experience. So that's what we have right now. We are gaining experience points when we are doing activities after level 50. And in this update 6, we will have the exciting part, which is actually the constellation tree, where we can invest points to unlock abilities and passive and customize our character. So it's a completely new way to customize and progress your character once you reach level 50, and to not have this feel of level difference between players. The champion system is very simple, but not so easy to explain. I will try to be clear. Once you reach level 50, you gain experience via all activities you do: dungeon, PvP, questing. This experience is converted into points, and you can use those points to unlock your passive in your constellation tree. But this pool of points is account-wide. That means that no matter the character you're playing, if it's a level 50 character, the points earned will feed the same pool, and you can use this pool entirely for each of your character. So the pool of points is account-wide, but the tree is character-bound, which means that you can really build a tank talent tree and a crafting talent tree, for instance. The constellation tree is divided with the tree sign, the warrior, the thief and the mage, and their tree aspects, so the lover, the astronach, the steed, etc. You need to invest your point following the cycle of the stars, so starting with the warrior, then the thieves, then the mage, then the warrior, etc., etc. You cannot invest all your points into the warrior only, for instance. But do not worry, there will be interesting talent for any build you may imagine in all of those constellations. Note that all talent and passive you may unlock there are not concerned only for combat and abilities. You will also have things that improve your exploration, your unlocking, your crafting, your horse, whatnot. If you have questions, do not hesitate to ask your question on special threads on the forum. The next ESO live will be dedicated to the champion system, and you may see your question answered there. Matt Führer take the chance to remind us every change that has been brought to the game since the release, and you will see that the list is not a small one. Let's have a fast overview of this. Bots and gold farmer. If you remember, it was a huge problem at the start that has completely disappeared from the game. Zenimax has done magic there. Bugged quests. Craglorn, the adventure zone that includes delves, dungeon and 3 12-man raids. Veteran dungeons, redesigned delves a little bit everywhere in Tamriel and still ongoing. Dragonstar Arena, a PvE challenging content for 4-man. Dice, guild stabars, facial animation, chat bubbles, better lighting, and a lot of little features that improve your everyday life in the game. Smoothed combat, animation and timing, still ongoing work. Reconfigured Cyrodiil's campaign. Dungeon scalings and undaunted pledge, crafting dailies, and many more polishing of the already in-game content. Zenimax is actually listening to the players. Even if something that you ask is not answered by the studio, they listen. They have brought many changes in the game that have asked by the players. And as of the news, I wanted to speak to you about the new show created by Zenimax, ESO Live, that you can follow live on Twitch TV every other Friday at 4 PM Eastern Time or 22 Central Europe Time. The show is presented by 2 members of the community manager, which can be either Jason Levy, Gina Bruno, Jessica Folsom or Kay Schober. The formula has evolved a lot since the first episode, but now they follow the same structure. They start with the Ask Me Anything section, so you can ask them questions in a special thread on the official forum, and they will answer you, maybe, if your question is interesting. There is a fun section where they present new fan art, music, videos made by the community, followed by an interview of one member of the community. 1 week it has been me. After that we have Live in the Studio, where developers come and speak about his job, speak about what he's doing in the studio, what is working on the game currently, and he explain how he arrived to that job and what you can do if you want to have the same job. After that they present the events organized by the community, mostly roleplay events. And after, it depends on the episode, really. It can be the interview of a developer that speak about a special case, like last week we had the explanation about the justice system, but sometimes it's also a live stream with developers and members of the community. Sometimes it's different discussion with developers. Paul Sage came one day as well to answer some question. You can always ask questions during the live stream via the chat. The community manager will see it and ask a question. And there's a lot of giveaway. If you want to win a nice hoodie or a nice plushie, you can take your chance. It's very fun. It's gather the community. It's a rendezvous to not miss. Since the release of the game, Zenimax have improved a lot its communication with the community, and you can see it on the official website, where Zenimax is showing off the work of the community with different sections. For instance, Guild Spotlight will show off a guild. Adventurer Handbook gather different guides created by the players to guide others and give them little tricks, for instance, for crafting or for adventuring, exploring. It's very useful. The Battle Master Corner show off a new build every time. The Tamriel Chronicle show off all fan art made to be drawing, music or short stories. The Tamriel Crier gathered the information concerning the podcast, the website and the YouTube videos. It's very nice to see that Zenimax is involved with this community. It creates a nice feeling. I like it very much, especially when I'm featured. Thank you. From now, I will conclude every episode by presenting deserving member of the community. And to show that I'm not only speaking about my friends, today I'm going to speak about people I do not know personally. It's Tamriel Unchained, ESO stream from Gamebreaker TV that you can follow on their Twitch TV channel every Wednesday. I don't know the exact time. It's presented by Gabrak, Lumidelok and Angwar, and sometimes they are invited guests as well. During 1 hour and a half they are speaking about the game, what they think about the latest news. I enjoy this podcast because there's a nice synergy between the three hosts. They are funny and interesting in the same times. And it's always interesting to hear the point of view of various people of the gaming community. So if you want to follow them, I think the easiest is to follow Garbrak on Twitter. He's always warning when he's going live. He's also making a stream himself, Iron Challenge actually, on his Twitch TV. I will put the information below. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I try to keep it condensed and short. Do not hesitate to give me your feedback. See you next time. Bye bye. Okay, so thank you very much to have watched so far. I wanted to give some information about this series itself that you can skip if you're not interested. I didn't cover the update 5, not because I was not interested, but because I was considering to give up about this series. Zenimax just created their ESO live show and had been invited in several podcasts, ESO Tier, Tamriel, Telephone Tamriel, and ESO Live as well. And I was thinking that my series was completely pointless and useless, but actually I had several viewers that were asking for it and asking me why I had stopped to make those videos and wanted them back, so here it goes. I will try in the future to keep it a very short format because I started with 10 minutes long and it increased episode after episode to reach 20 minutes long, which is way too long. I want to keep it short, but it's not easy to do, you know. I'm a Rantosaurus. So I will see you next time. Do not hesitate to give me feedback about what you like and what you don't like. Bye bye.